Hello.
Hello.
I don't know you, but I want to get to know you. Just wanna get
My
to
name's
know
Xavier.
you.
I've technically lived in the Portland area my entire life. I grew up in West Lynn, which is only about a 25-minute drive from here, so love the area. I've always loved living in Oregon. I've been, at this point, around the world, and it's still one of my favorite places.
And how did you hear about singing on staff with the choir at First Church?
It's actually kind of a funny story. I was, only recently I've joined with the ORS Youth Choir, and I was at the Choral FX event that just recently happened, or it's now called Choirpalooza. And I was at that event, and I was speaking with Aubrey Patterson, the director of the youth choir, and Allison was just there, also speaking to Aubrey. And it was just right place, right time sort of moment, and I happened to be available, so it seemed to work out really well. I was already searching for church jobs, and this one's a great one.
What have been some of your biggest musical influences?
I could talk about members of classical or Baroque periods or Renaissance periods. I'm personally a very big fan of Beethoven, but by far it's going to be my music teachers throughout my life. All those people who really encouraged me to keep moving forward with music. It was one of the few classes where I felt really, really comfortable in my own skin. So it's always been all of my wonderful teachers throughout the years that have really influenced me and guided me towards a musical career.
What music do you most love to sing?
I'm a really big fan of technicality. I guess that's the correct way to use that term. I really like technical pieces, ones that have lots of irregular rhythms and patterns, and contemporary pieces as well that use lots of leaps and anything new, essentially. I love challenging my brain and sight reading something completely new, and that's always really, really fun for me. I also love to sing in French.
What's like an example of something with high technicality?
I'd say, that's a really good question. I mean, one of the best examples would be Debussy.
Okay.
He was a very popular French writer during the Romantic period, I believe. But yeah, his music is just written in such a way that there's lots of leaps and bounds that you're just searching through the ether of where is this note going to come from. And there's lots of beautiful runs of text and French fluidity. So pieces like that tend to sort of really allow me to lock into a piece and dig into the nitty-gritty of it.
How many languages can you sing in? French, obviously.
Yes, French, obviously. English, of course, and Latin. The usual, I've sung in German, Italian, and French, the trifecta that most classically trained singers go for. I've also sung Latvian, some Russian, one particular piece I sang in Swedish. So I think it's the mark of any professional musician that you're just going to pick up a language, and even if you speak not a single word, you're just going to roll with it. And
That's amazing.
yeah.
When you're singing a solo here at First Church, the organ is often the accompanying instrument. What is it like to sing with an instrument like the organ?
That's a great question. I love the accompanying sound of the organ particularly. It adds a huge amount of richness and warmth to a piece. I also love that feeling of sound being all around you. It makes me feel really comfortable. So the organ is actually easily one of my favorite instruments to sing with.
Oh, wow.
I started as an instrumentalist though, so I am actually fairly familiar with singing with instruments.
Tell me what you think we can learn from singing and hearing different genres of music.
I mean, there's so much to be learned. That's kind of the best part of music, is that it's constantly evolving like any other art form. There's always new ideas coming to the forefront. There's always new translations and interpretations, and learning from other genres can not only increase our familiarity with pieces of that genre, but also can lead us more into strengthening our ability to sing other pieces that we might go back to over and over again. Those little bits and pieces you get from each of the different songs that you can sing add to your repertoire. And yeah, I think it's really important as musicians that we keep moving forward.
Yeah. Finally, what is your favorite liturgical church season?
Oh, I have to say Lent. I do love Lent because of that idea of really connecting with the Spirit and what makes us human, and connecting with the earth, and just reflecting on how many amazing things you have in your life, and then stepping back from all of that privilege that you may have in your life and observing. I think that's a really important part of being a good Christian.